the idea was to present a beautiful, almost pristine pressure suit to go, hey, here's the new pressure suit. This is what it is. This is how it works. However, yesterday, while riding at Plenty Gorge, coming into the second hour, banging around the trails, full suspension mountain bike, and yeah, came a gut. So around a corner, I'll put the footage in. Front wheel, from best I can tell, hit a lot of dirt, come off camber or off angle, front brake, a little bit too much, getting used to the bike, flipped out, crashed 360 roll. So I am sporting a little bit of damage on the right shoulder, or sorry, the right shoulder's got minor scratches, left elbow, a little bit torn up, and you'll see that relies to, you can see where there's a tear in the jersey. Now, from the footage, hopefully you can tell it is a pretty hardcore rumble, like it was a full 360. Fox helmet, knee guards, the backpack we'll get into, you can sort of see where the point of impact is. However, if you have a look at the jacket, potentially you'll see pressure points here, and from where the dust is, kind of gives you an idea of the impact points. All down the side. We'll get into the arm and everything a little bit later, but essentially I wasn't planning on doing live crash testing. Obviously living through it's brilliant, but the reason for the jacket is because these things do happen. So yeah, impact point on the right shoulder, still a few marks on there down the side, and then the right elbow, you can see all the dirt and points of contact that have basically just crumpled. There is a tear point, that's a grind. You can see from my skin that was possibly rock. I don't know at this stage. I wasn't paying too much attention. On the chest, only a minor dust, but the body's telling me today from the pain, again, a little bit of minor inflammation, as you might say, 24 hours later, that yeah, I don't quite know what I'd be doing with myself today if I hadn't have been geared up. The chest plate's really thick armour, aerated, and I've had them in and out a couple of times, so I'll just pull those out now. Similar across the back, the front, the double lines, so you got yellow and black, different thicknesses, they're kind of stuck together, and as I just demonstrated, they pull in and out really easily. The colouring on, yeah, so that's kind of why I'm getting into it today, because it's just over 24 hours since I did the forward 360 inverted do your own stunts kind of scenario, and it's held up really, really well. If I was on the motorbike, when I'm on the motorbike, I'll have a jersey over the top or an enduro jacket or other things like that, and we'll probably put some footage up when we get a chance. For the push bike, I've just been using the jacket by itself, and it's been fantastic. It's well illuminated. The back is a little bit darker than I would normally like, but I'm always rocking a backpack. I've got personal gear in the back in case I have a something mechanical for the tyres, food, hydration, what else is there? Bits and pieces for rescue. So snake bandage being here in Australia. A couple of days ago up at Creswick there was a snake on the up trail, so it's good to sort of be aware of these things. Good air rated, you do get sweat, you've got the armour, you've got good armour, as I can attest to. So the armour, the heaviness, the thickness of everything will have weight. That does limit how much airflow you're going to get. And because of that airflow being limited, you're going to build up sweat, plus the fact that beating up above 150 beats per minute with the heart rate, doing all of that kind of fully activity, downhill, uphill as the case may be, and it's just, you're going to sweat. So what I find is if I'm not wearing the jacket, so if I'm just commuting, say on the EQ, I will be, you build up a little bit of sweat, but nothing, you've still got normal riding gear. However, with this is what I'm wearing if I'm hitting a jump park, if I'm hitting downhills, going in some crazy gnarly environments. Snowboarding, rollerblading, skiing, a lot of potential uses. It'll just go under stuff. One of the, aside from the airflow, and it's it's a product through an Australian group, so represent where I can. I've been rocking their boots for a little while now. I'll talk about those another day. But nice lightweight mesh. Fox do make, well, they make everything. Got their helmets, their knee guards, their suspension. They got everything covered. Just this felt like a better product to me when I had the option to doing it. And that was regardless of the price point. The Leit's about 500 worth, the KTM's around 500, depending on sales. So in that sense, this is already well in front because it's under $200. About 180 in some locations, 190, 200, depending on where you go and who carries it. Not a lot of examples on the shelf, so but they're available to get. They are going to other color options with the next range, they tell me, just because to get access to one. I got it through my local shop here at with Paul at Discount Motorcycle Records in Coburg North. So quite good. And as you probably tell from the footage, just bounced. So yeah, not too heavy, given it is mesh. I don't know if you can see through it. Well, I can because I got the light in front of me, not behind me, so it's a little bit tricky. We'll get into some of the bits and pieces, the details there. I will default to the paperwork. So let's see. CE1 and CE2 impact foam, ventilated. There's a few air holes through it, so it's not quite what you're going to see on some of the other armour that's around. I'm just trying to figure out where I put some of those examples, but I'm not seeing. Oh, here we go. So this is part of a chest piece that I set up. I don't even remember who I got it from, to be honest. One of the motorbike shops who makes it. Modified it, put it in the front two pockets of my BMW rally jacket. There's a review online of that. I want a chest protector. I felt it's something good to have. This has it, and yesterday, as you can probably tell, it demonstrated it works like crazy. So huge thumbs up to bouncing. CE tested certified impact protection. What do we got? The details of the chest. EN 1621-3 level 1 for the chest. The back is level 2. Elbow and shoulder is level 1. And yeah, genuine crash testing yesterday. Wasn't the plan, but it does work. Again, mountain bike riding, you've got the possibility of handlebars and all sorts of things flying around. It's the same with a motorbike. I feel sometimes you get thrown from the motorbike, whereas the push bike more sort of inwards, not outwards. But again, I'm not a guru at crash testing. It's just something that happens. And as you can see, you got the zip at the front. Yeah, so extra, you do get extra sweat when you're wearing this vest, pressure suit. However, I found I've got that from everything, from the old Thor ones that have the big hard plastic armor, looking something like Mad Max. Then you got the KTM, the Lear, the Foxes. There's a whole range of options out there. It's just going to trap heat. That's what it's doing. It's got something that's going to stop. Well, if it's stopping rocks going into you, that's also stopping wind. So that's just a part of the equation. The I guess by not having a chest protector, sorry, not chest protector, apologies. Kidney belt around the centre. I have to find myself pulling it down a lot, and this will ride up onto my neck a little bit. But it's just a readjustment. Once I'm actually riding, got the backpack on and everything, it's all quite comfortable. Similar to putting wet weather gear over motorbike gear. You sort of adjust it, you get your happy place. It's all good. And once you're out and riding and you're bashing along, you just don't even notice. Every now and then it just rides up. So similar to using a neck brace or earplugs, headphones, variations on those themes. It's just, that's what you get. So yeah, I fully, strongly and happily recommend the FUSPORT pressure suit for myself. I'll just put that on over a t-shirt and then just ride like that. I think moving forward, given what I've demonstrated with the elbow and the tear, now that's still structurally sound. I can still use that. Yes, there's a hole. I haven't washed this. I just thought I'll just go, well, it's 24 hours since. No point pulling it apart. Just take this opportunity to go, hey, here's the one I crash tested earlier. So again, I keep referring to crash testing, but that's just me. Possibly the adrenaline's still going, but it is coming up 25 hours since. Walking away from it's always good. I do have the lower back's only got minor scratches. Buttocks have got a lot more from one of the impact points. Not showing that. And again, looking at other options for, I had O'Neill padded shorts on. All the points on the O'Neill shorts that had padding, all happy. The couple of sections where there wasn't padding, not great. So I guess it's, you can wear body armor, but there's things that aren't armored, and if that's the point of contact, and if you're 360ing over twigs and branches and rocks, which I did facilitate yesterday, that's where you're going to see these kind of problems. So a bit of an awkward reality on that one, but just kind of cool. Fairly bright, minimal reflective abilities. You've got the little lock over pap, so you can once you've got the zip up on top, you can clip it over, and that allows you to tuck it under so it's not scratching on your neck or your skin. So and from that point of view, I haven't worn this without a t-shirt under. That's just me personally. I like to be able to take it off. If I've taken the train for it, I'll ride into town into Melbourne City, get a V-Line country train up to perhaps Ballarat, Creswick, or one of the other locations. I'll just wear this on the outer. I feel it's bright enough to assist me with the vehicle traffic when I'm sort of commuting in the real, in amongst the cars and stuff. Or other people. it has more of a persona. It doesn't look like you're armored up or you're being one of the sort of more electric bike, sort of rugged protestery sort of scenario, dare I suggest it. It's not like a tactical vest. Not as a negative towards any of the other pressure suits, that's just kind of the look they've got. So for me, the fluoro is kind of a bonus. It's less confronting, I guess, in a world that people can get triggered, and respectfully so. So I'd probably almost suggest going brighter all over. But again, it's a product FUSPORT's got off the shelf. $200, good to go. It's amazing. Well, maybe because I bounce a bit, but I'm also pushing things a little bit. Others, yeah, I've had a couple of big offs in the past with different gear, and always thankful that I'm wearing the gear. And as the years go on, it changes. So you've got the impact material now they're using for this kind of armour. It forms around, it wraps around. I've gone with a large, and it fits me. 180 centimeters, not very heavy set, but again, you know, test and try them on, see what you think. Yeah, fully recommend it. As from what I've seen so far, for me personally, a really good option if you want to wear body armor, add that extra layer of impact protection and defense while banging over jumps, downhill, rocks and all the rest of it, hitting trees and things like that. And a trade-off of not being too sweaty, not too heavy, not too expensive is probably an option too. Not that I want to, but I could rip through 2 of those for the same price as one of the other jackets. However, I know the armour on this is a lot more substantial than what I've got in the Leot. And there are variations of different sorts of levels of armour and impact protection people get. Some have got chest plates, back plates, just I guess a question of what you're going to hit. There isn't anything down the side. The chest and the back, shoulders and elbows are quite good. So anyone that's done like, you know, gymnastics, martial arts, things like that might often roll to get out of a thing. So if by default you roll to get rid of some of that energy, you got some extra points of protection. They're going to assist with you when you're rolling out of that incident or rolling away from a crash. Again, it's just random. Well, not random. Have the suit. If you use it, it's there. Same for having, you know, full face helmet. If you've got the best gear you can have, then it goes a long way in motorbike fraternity. Buy the best gear you can afford, so that if bad days happen, you're ready to rock and roll. And in this case, quite good. So you've got one FUSPORT Shot Core pressure suit. And it's pronounced FUSPORT. Yeah, we don't break the FU into a variation. Nice, presentable, fairly aerated. The armour can all come out fairly easily, hand washed. There's options of, and then just rinse this. This has been put through the wash a couple of times already. Comes up, well, we'll see how it goes after the grind of mud, but I want to leave that on just to demonstrate. It shows where the impact points have been, where the mud, the dirt, or the dirt and dust more so than mud yesterday. Was a dry day, and that's probably had a little bit to do with it. And again, you can see like the dots or the holes for the airflow that's coming through. But you do end up sweaty. However, that's part of the exercise, I guess. So yeah. All right, guys and girls, and fellow humans. Cheers for now.